So when it comes to tax season, would I then likely end up owing and not getting a refund? Oh, that is a great question. Hey everyone, it's Jay at Truth Leaders. Welcome back to the channel, helping you build your leadership influence by revealing truths about business and life. And in today's video, we're answering your top questions that you've asked me about the stock market and how to be able to make some massive returns. Before we get into the video, be sure to hit the subscribe button and leave a comment saying I subscribed, and I'll be sure to reply to as many comments as possible. Hey, so we're gonna jump right into the questions, and the first question comes from Jorge. So he asks, is investing $1,000 a month a good way to possibly triple my money in 1 year with Stash? So Jorge asks a really great question. If you put more money into the stock market, will you get a lot more money back? So $1,000, is that a great way to start off? And for those of you who don't know, Stash is a stock investing app that allows you to buy and sell stocks. And it's something that I certainly use. If you're not familiar with Stash and you're looking for an easy to use app to be able to trade stocks, go ahead and click or tap right here to see our Stash videos on the Stash app review and also our Stash tutorial. So the way to answer Jorge's question is to think about what's going to bring you the most money from the stock market. So you can put in $1,000, you can put $1 million into the stock market. And if you choose the wrong stocks and they plummet, then you could be losing all your money. So it doesn't matter how much money you put in. Now, if you put in $500 on a few select stocks that are really going to make some great gains and triple over the next year, then your money is going to triple. If you have $1,000 to be able to put into the stock market, more power to you. So it's more about which stocks you choose than how much money you put into them. And that will get you much more returns for your money. Question number two. So the next question is from Lewis. And Lewis says, hello. Hey Lewis, my question is that if I put $40 into my portfolio and want to buy a stock that last price says $43, will I have to transfer more money to purchase, or can I buy it for $40? So Lewis is asking, if one share of a stock is $43, do you have to spend $43 on the stock? Before in the past, you had to purchase a full share of a stock to be able to own it. Now with fractional shares, which is very popular amongst most stock investing apps and brokerage firms, you can be able to pay for a fraction of the share. So for example, Lewis talked about having $40. He can pay for $40 of a share and get that part of a share versus having to buy a full share. So this works really well for someone who wants to budget their money and they don't have enough money to buy a full share of a stock and still be able to invest at the same time. Also, it's really good for those stocks that cost a lot of money for one share, like Amazon or Google. Their stock can be really pricey, and if you want to be able to invest in it because you know that they're going to continue to be successful and you want to in on the action. So instead of having to transfer money into your Stash account to be able to pay for $43 worth of that stock, you can just stick with the $40. Well, all you have to do is just do a fractional share and you can be able to purchase some of that and get started investing. Question number three. So the next question comes from Chai, and he says, hello, hi Chai, how's it going? I have a Stash account and I just wanted to know, what are you doing to grow your portfolio? Well, I'm doing a number of things, and I'm always trying to figure out what the next stock is to buy and how the stock's performance are going, so that way I can be able to purchase the right stocks or purchase more of the right stocks. So, you know, I can say that the most important things for me is to make sure that a stock has a long history of solid growth, so that way I know that they'll continue to grow in the future and that my investments are pretty stable. And I also look for companies that have potential for more growth in the future because of the industry or what's going on in the environment, especially what's happening right now. There are some industries that are really, really successful, knowing that society has shifted their needs in a big way. If you'd like to see all the ways that I'm approaching the stock market and how I was able to get my portfolio to exceed $16,000, go ahead and click or tap right here and you'll be able to see not only what I'm thinking about when I buy stocks, also which stocks that I'm currently buying right now, and also which stocks that completely failed for me. That's also a great learning. Don't buy those stocks. Question number four. All right, next question, and it comes from Facts Over Feelings. Facts over feelings. I wonder what that means. I'm sure that there's a meaning behind that. So he asks, super new on investing. I just downloaded Stash. What should be my next plan? I want to put $200 a month into Stash. Thanks. Great question. So you want to put $200 a month. That's really, really awesome. I really highly encourage that anyone who's thinking about investing in stock market, be sure to set a schedule for how much money you're putting in to invest, because it's easy to take our money and throw it into Starbucks or and the next clothing item that we want to buy. There's so many things to do. And there's so many things to buy. The thing is that those purchases are going to be lost and then you won't have anything to show for it. The more you take your money and invest it, the more that money is going to make more money for you. And that's how you can be able to gain income and build some wealth. What I would say, facts over feelings. Facts over feelings. Oh, I get it. Oh, that took a second. Facts over feelings. That's a good way to think about life. Yeah, especially in the stock market. Warren Buffett once said,
"If you cannot control your emotions, you cannot control your money."
So yes, great facts over feelings. I feel you on that. I want to put $200 a month as stat. What should be my next plan? So really start understanding how you can be able to choose the right stocks. Just like your name says, you want to think objectively on the companies that you choose because you're essentially taking your money and buying parts of companies. You're a business owner. So if you think about, if someone asks you if you can be a business owner and start buying parts of companies, what companies would you buy? You would think really hard about it. You would take some time to understand the companies and which companies you want to buy, because those companies could either make you more money because you're investing in them, or they'll lose you money. So take some time to understand how you research companies and how you choose the right companies for you. If you want to check out some really great ways and some things to think about when it comes to purchasing stocks, be sure to check out this video right here by Warren Buffett, the most successful investor possibly in the world and certainly in the 21st century. He's worth billions of dollars and he's one of the top 5 richest people in the entire world. So he knows what he's talking about. Check that video out. I watch that video maybe once a month to really understand some ways to approach the stock market. You won't regret it. Hey, if you're finding value in this video, go ahead and click or tap on the like button and let me know in the comments below what your #1 question is about the stock market right now. I'd love to hear what you're thinking about and also maybe answer it in the future Q&A video coming up. Make sure to hit the notification bell so that way you won't miss it. So we have another question from Nia Snow, ASMR. I took a college course on stocks a year ago. I'm so grateful I found your video. Thank you so much, Nia. I appreciate hearing that. There are way too many people who claim to be stock experts on YouTube and they give the wrong info to people. Hey, I don't know everything about stocks, except I spent a lot of time thinking about it and learning about it. And I certainly won't be giving wrong information, or at least as much as possible. If I do find out I'm giving wrong information, I'll tell you. Anyway, let's go to the bottom. I do have one question. When it comes to tax season 2022, would I need a 1099 to report my stock information, or would I then likely end up owing versus receiving a refund? Thank you again. So great question, Nia. And if you haven't checked out Nia's channel, you should definitely click on it because she has this really inspiring video about how she was once homeless and then she was able to go to college. I mean, that's an amazing story in itself. You definitely check it out. You're an inspiration to me, Nia, for sure. So when you do file for taxes, like anytime you file for taxes, you have to make sure that you claim any income that you make. And if you sell a stock and make money from it, that's considered income. So you have to claim that. Now, what's really easy is that brokerage firms are able to provide you with a 1099 form, and that includes Stash or Robinhood or any stock app that you use. They'll send you a form, and then you can be able to send that form to your tax person, your tax guy, your H&R Block, your Andrew Alexander Hewitt, Jay Hewitt. Oh, maybe I'm hungry. I don't know. I don't know anything anymore. And on that form, it shows all the stocks that you purchased and all the money that you were able to make. So that way, all you have to do is send that form off to the person who does your taxes, H&R Block or your tax guy, and they'll be able to take your other forms, your W-2 forms, and all your other tax papers and include that in there. And then what happens is that you get taxed for the income that you make from the stock market. Now, the question about, are you going to be taxed for it? So that way you may not even get a refund because it's taking all this money. The tax rate is very similar to any other taxes that you have to pay for any other income. So it's very, very similar. The really cool thing is that if you are able to get income from a stock that you've had for over a year, you qualify for a lower capital gains tax rate. So what that means is that the tax rate is much less because you have shown that you're investing in stocks for a longer term. versus you're buying stocks and you're selling stocks constantly over and over again. So the benefit of buying stocks that you thought really carefully and you want to hold on to so that way you can get more of a return, you get the benefit of not only better returns, you also get taxed less when you sell those stocks. Now, if you'd like to learn more about investing, go ahead and click or tap right here or here for another money-making video. And be sure to hit subscribe to Truth Leaders for another video just like this one, a step-by-step guide to building your leadership influence in business and in life. Until next time, I'm Jay, and I'll see ya in the next video.